Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have a very, very special character reveal for the Star Trek Lower Decks Challenger Series decks. Yeah. UVS Games sent me some images to share with y'all, so let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we got Sam Rutherford, Resourceful Engineer, Ensign Inventor. He's a 6 hand size, 30 health character. Uh, Order Void Water. Response: after a non-throw attack is played, switch its speed and damage. Enhance: this attack gets +1 or -1 speed or damage. This character seems very good on face. He's going to be able to swap the stats of any attack, which is really, really crazy. As long as it's a non-throw, obviously. So, like, the applications offensively and defensively for this is very, very cool. Also, he has a little bit of a speed and damage or damage bonus with +1, -1. So really, he can control the blocking power of his stats. I guess he can always just, if he needs something to go fast, he could swap it. Same thing conversely with blocking as well. So really this guy seems very open-ended and very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Good. Just generically good. +1, -1 isn't the greatest, but again, it's speed or damage. So it's always nice to have speed and damage bonuses and debuffs on face. So moving on. We got a 7-hander, Devana Tendi, Eager Science Officer. I think it's Devana. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ensign and Healer. So the second time Healer has come up with Jester previously. She's a 7-hand size, 20 health character. Chaos, Fire, and Life. So she got all the Attack on Titan, half of the Attack on Titan attune symbols. Response: after a player gains health, their next check gets +1. Response: lose 1 health. After an attack is played, it gets -1 speed or gains stun 1. The top response after a player gains health, their next check gets +1. It kind of is worded like a multiplayer game in a way, or like a kind of like a Briarwood situation where we're fighting one big bad. So it kind of seems like that. Also, it's kind of good. Like defensively, you gain health, get extra bonuses to your check. Same thing while attacking. The one thing I don't really care for is the lose a health cost on a 7-hander. I'm hoping that her deck has ways to gain health, and also there's ways to gain health outside of the deck, because I've only seen the character cards. I haven't seen any of the outside stuff yet, the support. So, but on face, like lose 1 to gain stun 1 is pretty okay. It's just 20 health doesn't last very long in this format, so losing the health for -1 speed just doesn't really cut it. But again, if she's able to gain a lot of health outside of she can actually probably last, like can gain an extra 5, an extra 6 somehow. I actually think she actually could put some work in, but out in face right now, I'm just not very happy with it. The top response, very good. Bottom response, we'll see. Third up is Brad Boimler. I think it's Boimler. By the book, Ensign. Ensign. He's just a regular red shirt. 627, some pretty basic 6-hander stats, pre-AOT. Response: after you play a diplomacy card, your rival commits 1 foundation. So that kind of gives us a little bit of a peek into the decks themselves, because diplomacy is probably going to be like a trait on a card. And then we play him like offensively, or rival commits a foundation, we play him defensively. It's kind of like a perma breaker 1, which is kind of cool. And then enhance: your turn, each player draws a card. He has life, order, and void. But I don't know, that your turn, each player draws a card really learns into, hey, we're going to play a big game against a big bad. Because on average, do you want to let your opponent draw cards on your turn? I don't think so. But maybe you're able to stun them out somehow off of order or life. Void has some committal as well with Ice Sword Execution and Shards of Winter. His biggest thing is he doesn't put stats on face, and that's kind of the name of the game. It has been since My Hero 1 is stats on face. Or do we get free builds or, or whatnot. But still, being able to commit as a response is pretty good. And lastly, we have Beckett Mariner, Chaotic Ensign. Champion and Ensign, 6 hand size, 30 health character, Chaos Order Water. Enhance. Your rival mills 1. If they mill the foundation this way, this attack gets 2 damage. Otherwise, it gets 2 speed. Response once per turn. After an attack is blocked, ready 1 foundation. Instantly, this character seems to be the best character of the 4, in my opinion. You get +2 or you get +2 speed or +2 damage no matter what. And then you get to ready a card offensively if your rival blocks an attack, or if you block an attack, you get to ready 1 defensively, which is huge. You can reuse like defensive pieces or like a stat pump or whatnot. I'm sure it's a random +2 or +2, so I like that. It's kind of chaotic in a way, so you don't know what you're gonna get, but still your rival has to guess or plan for you either getting 2 speed or 2 damage. So on average, you're probably just going to mill 1 for 2 damage, which is really, really good. If you hit any other card types, you get +2 speed, which could be backbreaking in some ways. But yeah, like if I had to rate them, it would be Beckett number 1. Who's our first guy again? Sam number 2. I would say Tendy number 3 and Brad number 4 is how I'd rate them in my personal playability. It is sad we don't see any Earth symbols. Granted, they're in space, so there wouldn't be like Earth, but technically Star Trek, they go to other. Well, they're that lower deck people, so they probably never go off the ship. So that's probably why there's never any. Earth, so no, they don't get to see any land, but they have water, which I guess there's some water in the ship, so we'll see. Yeah, but other than that, that's it. That's all we got for the special preview of the Star Trek Lower Deck characters. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe in some order. Hit that bell for notifications if you want to see more videos. And I'm looking forward to these guys. I like Beckett a lot, so we're probably going to be playing her out of this. So, yeah, we can't wait to see these decks and get them in our hands. And then until the next video, take care.